Hey Centra, we are happy to be here again with you all as we cover week 7 of our open enrollment education series.
7, 8, something like that?
We're not really sure, but somewhere in that timeline. We're planning ahead a little bit right now. So today we are going to cover the health savings account. So there are some unique things that you should know and consider about a health savings account. Stephanie, what's the first thing that you have to know about a health savings account?
The first thing you have to know about a health savings account is it is specifically paired with a high deductible health plan. So it cannot be used with any other health plan that Centra offers. It is specifically designed to be paired with the high deductible health plan, and if you enroll in the high deductible health plan, you will automatically be enrolled in an HSA.
Very interesting. And the other cool piece of that is when you automatically are enrolled in an HSA and choose that high deductible health plan, you will automatically begin getting contributions from Centra towards your health savings account. And so this year for the 2019 season, teammates who enrolled in that HSA or that high deductible health plan, those that were just an individual only received $500 throughout the year towards their HSA, and those that had a family plan received $750 throughout the year. So it's a really great savings for you, and Centra contributes some money back into that account for you as well.
Yes, free money.
That's right.
Okay, so last week we talked about the FSA, the flexible spending account, and there are a few things that are different with the HSA that you need to know. So last week we talked with the flexible savings account, spending account, sorry. You use it or you lose it.
Absolutely.
But the wonderful thing about the HSA, guys, we are sold on this product. The wonderful thing about it is there is a triple tax benefit to this. And so there are 3 benefits that will at year's end will come back to you in your taxes. So first, your contributions are tax free. So they come out pre-tax. And the second thing is that when you utilize the money from the account for eligible medical expenses, it is still not taxed. So tax-free money goes towards those medical expenses. And then the third benefit is once you or the money that you do not use, you can continue to save, you can invest it, and it rolls over from year to year. So it's almost like this mini retirement account, which is so fabulous as well. So Centra contributes, you can contribute if you choose to, and whatever you don't use, you can continue to roll over from year to year. And if you ever leave Centra, that money is yours. Just like the FSA, the HSA is government regulated, so it's set up by the IRS. We will encourage you once again, if you need more information or have specific details that we didn't cover in this video, please go to irs.gov. So what other things, Aubrey?
So a couple other things to consider is you mentioned it rolls over from year to year, which is excellent. You can take it out for those qualified medical expenses. You can take it with you when you leave. But if you were to leave or year over year not use all the funds for qualified medical expenses, it's important to note that the only way that you can take that money out without it becoming taxed is at a certain age for retirement. So those are all information, things that you can find on the irs.gov website. You can look into our benefits guide for more details on that. But those are just some things that you'll want to consider when choosing whether or not you want to opt for this plan. The other thing that's important to note is that there is a maximum contribution limit for this account also. Now I will say it is higher than the FSA, but there are limits to that as well. And one thing you'll want to consider when you're thinking about how much you are going to contribute is when you're maxing out that limit, you have to subtract the amount that Centra provides you as well, because you don't want to end up you can't go over, and so you have to think about the math a little bit there also.
Okay, that's great information. I think the other thing to consider there too, I read that if you're 55 or older, you actually can contribute a little bit more. So for those people who are nearing retirement age, you can actually contribute a little bit more according to IRS guidelines.
Yes, and it's really important. I know we can't emphasize enough that it's really important to do your research on things like that, because once you reach a certain age, you have eligible options through the government as well, and you can't always elect the HSA along with those things also. So there's so many things wrapped up in this HSA account, but such a benefit to us as Centra teammates.
Absolutely. So we hope we're sold on the HSA. We hope that you are sold on the HSA, and maybe it was a new product last year and a lot of questions around it. So we wanted to make sure that you were fully educated as we move into open enrollment season. Remember that open enrollment season this year is October 23rd through November 20th.
Yep.
So we look forward to that. Centra, thanks so much for joining us again this week. We will see you next week for another edition of Open Enrollment Education.